Good morning. Come, let us discuss the essence of sexual Tantra. Before we discuss sexual Tantra, we'll discuss Tantra. Before we discuss Tantra, we'll discuss Sutra. In Sutra, we talk about the Eightfold Noble Path can be described in terms of three headings, and that would be morality, concentration, and contemplation. Let's turn our attention to concentration and contemplation. When it comes to concentration, there are a myriad of things we can focus on. But all those different objects fit into two categories. That which we notice because we force ourselves to in a contrived manner, and that which we notice spontaneously and automatically. If you really want to become a Buddha quickly, if you really want to become an Arhat quickly, the key is spontaneous concentration. Here's an example. If you have the misfortune of stubbing your toe and you spontaneously notice your pain, that's spontaneous concentration. The opposite is true. The opposite of pain is pleasure. So if you're receiving pleasure, whether it's G-rated or R-rated or X-rated, whatever type of pleasure you're receiving, if you notice it, that's spontaneous concentration. So let's talk for a second about G-rated pleasure. Some people like foot rubs, some people like shoulder rubs, some people like both. If you're getting a massage and you're just spontaneously savoring it, that's spontaneous concentration. Tantra says that which you notice spontaneously is going to be most meaningful for you to concentrate upon. So, for instance, in the Tonglen, or the Lojong, or the taking and giving trainings, we notice the sufferings we're experiencing, and we use that as a reminder to intend or wish to take away everyone else's sufferings. Well, the opposite side of that can be used with pleasure. If we experience pleasure and go, oh man, I love these pleasure. I love me some pleasure, as some people would say. Then we can turn outward and say, everyone wants pleasure. May everyone receive the pleasure I'm receiving. Whether it's the G-rated pleasure of listening to songbirds in the morning, or the X-rated pleasure of hearing a lover sigh with pleasure. Whatever floats your boat. Use that as an excuse to practice concentration and love and letting go. So those three things, awareness, love, and letting go, is the essence of the Buddhist path. It has been said that the meaning of life is to gather the two collections for the two outcomes. What are the two outcomes? The intention to attain enlightenment for ourselves, number one, and then number two, so we'll be better equipped to benefit others. Great! Those are the two outcomes. What are the two accumulations? Accumulation of good karma, accumulation of wisdom. What's the best way to accumulate good karma? Make offerings? No. Do mantras? No. The best way to accumulate good karma is practice the yogas of love and compassion. The best way to grow in wisdom is not necessarily to memorize calculus, although that can be fun for some people. The best way to accomplish transcendental wisdom is to gain mastery of the arts of letting go. Now, let's not confuse letting go with pushing away. Pushing away is a very violent thing. Letting go is a very gentle thing. Every time we breathe in, we tighten up a little bit. Every time we breathe out, we let go a little bit. Therefore, breathing in when we tighten up is the best time to concentrate. Breathing out when we let go is the best time to let go. The more passive our breathing, the more powerful our letting go will be. So let's begin with the collection of wisdom. The collection of good karma. Let us begin with the collection of love. What's love? Love is wanting to lavish every others with good things. So if you're receiving a foot rub and it feels great, Then on the in-breath, you can notice that, what feeling? And on the out-breath, you can intend that everyone receive pleasure. Share with all. What feeling? Share with all. What feeling? Share with all. And you can do that with all the other senses. What tasting? Share with all. What hearing? Share with all. What smelling? Share with all. What seeing? Share with all. And we can use those 5 same senses to increase. Kitty Cat's very unhappy right now. Hey, Kitty Cat, say hello to the people at home. This is Basement Cat. Perhaps you've seen him on the LOL Cats. Anyway, the same 5 senses can be used in our yogas of letting go. What feeling? Letting go. What hearing? Letting go. What smelling? Letting go. What tasting? Letting go. What seeing? Letting go. What hearing? Letting go. Good lovemaking is a feast for all the senses. There you go, good boy. And we can bring our great lovemaking into the path of enlightenment. We can use making love to increase our good karma, to increase our love, to increase our awareness, to increase our skill at letting go. Now, obviously, you want to get stuck in your head when you're making love, because let's face it, being stuck in your prefrontal cortex is not where you want to be if you want to feel pleasure. Pleasure's down here in the brainstem. So, especially when it comes to sex. So you want to practice these contemplations in a G-rated setting. So let's say, for instance, you're getting up in the morning to go mail a letter. When you step outside, you can, on the way to mailing the letter, you can just meditate on what feeling, share with all, what hearing, as you hear the birds, share with all, what smelling, share with all, because the world smells best first thing in the morning. What seeing, as you see the splendor of the morning, share with all. On your way back from the mailbox, you can do the letting go version of those 4 same things. What feeling, letting go. What smelling, letting go. What hearing, letting go. What seeing, letting go. If you do this every day for a week, you'll get comfortable and familiar with it. When you eat food that you enjoy, what tasting, share with all, followed by what tasting, letting go. Within a week, you'll be very, very comfortable, and you will move from the realm of the contrived to the realm of the spontaneous. And then when you make love, you can incorporate these silent meditations, and they'll increase your appreciation of the moment. They'll increase your ability to feel pleasure. They'll increase your love. They'll increase your wisdom. They'll increase your good karma. How cool is that? Now, here's an embarrassing truth. Guys tend to be self-centered. Guys tend to have a short attention span. Guys tend to get bored while performing cunnilingus. It can be very exciting for most guys for the first 90 seconds, maybe even 2 minutes, but for most women, the climax doing the skillful use of cunnilingus takes at least 3 to 8 minutes. So, what's the guy to do once he's bored, and he's a perfect gentleman, he wants to give his partner her first set of orgasms? What's he to do? That's the best time to refresh his memory of the contrived contemplations. 3 repetitions of what feeling, letting share with all, followed by 3 repetitions of what tasting, share with all, followed by 3 repetitions of what smelling, share with all, assuming that he enjoys the scent, followed by 3 repetitions of what hearing, share with all, assuming that the sighs and coos of his lover fill him with light, followed by what seeing, share with all. After those 15 contrived meditations, you can do the 15 contrived meditations of wisdom. Go through the exact same senses again. What feeling, letting go, 3 times. What smelling, letting go, 3 times. What tasting, letting go, 3 times. What hearing, letting go, 3 times. What seeing, letting go, 3 times. After that, after you've done these 30 breaths of contrived contemplation, You can then let go and practice in a spontaneous way. Whatever catches, if in the moment you're captivated by what you feel, then bring that into love and letting go. What feeling? Share with all. What feeling? Letting go. If in the moment you're captivated by what you see, what seeing? Share with all. What seeing? Letting go. So you see how we moved from the contrived to the spontaneous, how we used the contrived as sort of a launching pad for the spontaneous. Do this, and you'll be a better lover. Do this, and you'll feel more pleasure. Do this, you'll grow on the path of love. Do this, you'll grow on the path of wisdom. And here's the trick. By noticing what you feel the most strongly in the moment, and really losing yourself in that awareness, to bring you closer to the path of the jhanas, the path of the arhat. By letting go really well on the out-breath, bring you closer to the path of the Buddha. Make you a greater Lord of letting go. By uniting these two, pleasure and love, pleasure and letting go, you'll be surprised at how rapidly you evolve. You can always tell the bodhisattvas who practice sexual tantra. They're the ones with the great big smiles on their face. As you can probably hear, my cat wants to go outside. I must obey basement cat. I look forward to being of service to you in the future. Until next we speak, may you and yours be healthy and happy. Om Mani Padme Hum.